Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the session. So, in a previous session, uh, wait, yeah, welcome back to the session, guys. So, in a previous session, we have gone through what is, you know, how to integrate our Azure activity with our Microsoft, right? So, in today's activity, let us see whether those logs are being added or not. First of all, secondly, no, the concern is to let's wait. Portal.azure.com, and when I go to security.microsoft.com, you can see in the Microsoft portal Sentinel 0425. Now, when you go to the data connectors, you can see now there will be no logs yet. How it could be? Let us see. No worry. Configuration management, data connectors. Okay, let's see. The no table is formatted, right? Yes, it will create. Okay, we have added this. So whenever we create something, now it will generate some data. So let's do some activity in the resource groups. I'm creating some resource groups. Resource group. So when I go to any of the resource group and policies, see it is compliant now. It is compliant, and if I create anything now in this particular group, ARC group, I will get the logs. So let's say I'm creating something. I'm creating something and I'll delete something. Let's say I'll create a law. I'm creating log analytic workspace just for a namesake because I want to create something, right? So let's say I'm creating this and I will delete it right away. Okay, I create. See, I created the FG, something like this. Okay, and parallelly, when I created, right, it is almost done. You can see the I want to just show that there is something happened and you were able to get the logs. Okay. So once it is deployed, you will get a one resource here at the same time. You will get the logs. As I said, it is now starts from now onwards, not the older one. Now wait, you will get some logs here because since yesterday there was nothing was happened. So no logs generated. It's deployed. And similarly, I'm deleting the same again. So delete. So I have created one resource and I'm deleting that same resource. Okay. Now wait for some time. You will find some data in your Azure activity. You will find in the activity log if you find anything right now, the creation of 1 minute ago, validate creation. See there were two, three data created, right? Similarly, you will even if you refresh, you can find deletion also. Validate, create. Deletion is not yet happened. Just wait for a while, you will get that one also. Once you see all the three things in this area, similarly, see all the four comes right. The same things will now come here, but it takes some time. See, as just now we created yesterday. Okay, but I am creating every time in the R group, and the R group is not added, right? It will not forward the logs because in the R group we have selected R group and FFF not to get logs, right? That's why. Okay, I will do in the marketing, Archie. Don't worry. Log analytic workspace. A B C D E. Okay, it's created the marketing RG. I'll change some multiple activities, like I'll change the permission on it. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. It's something. If it's coming right, I'll show. There is some new things have been added. Mm, There is some changes have been happened recently. New changes have been happened. Let's see. Data connectors, Azure activity, open connector page in the configuration from the resource navigation menu. Select diagnosis settings. There's nothing like diagnosis settings. Wait, there is a new, some changes have been happened. Just I'm looking into it. No. Wait a while. There is some issues happening. Why? It's generated logs. S3 logs have been generated. So, mhm. Policy was created, right? There is some, technical issue is there. Let me check. There's a scope I'm defining. Linux. Right. It is version, let's say. Next. This is the place. Okay. Next. Yeah. Create a remediation task. Unletting contributors. Asia Pacific Central. Perfect. Blah, 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 blah. Very right. This is what I did a day before yesterday. Yeah, sorry guys. I think there is some technical glitch. Let me check. The changes have been made and it has to come. This not coming. Let me check why this is not happening. Because the policy is fully functional and it is showing complaint also. There is nothing like not non-compliant. See, it is compliant very well. It is compliant. It is valid. Everything is perfect. We are forwarding to 04 cent. Everything is perfect, but locks. It's not reaching locks. Let me check what is an exact issue. If this is compliant means it is reaching. It is reaching towards your law, but it is not showing here. That's what I need to check. Uh, just need some time. For that, I need to go to my log analytic workspaces. I need to go here. When I see logs, I should see here. Let's say, see logs are not coming here. It's showing the table is there, but logs are not coming. Let me check the settings, tables. The table itself is not created. That might be because of some other issue. And diagnose setting at the button that is diagnosing enter. Microsoft Sentinel. Any option called diagnostic. I think there is some changes have been happened, but it is not showing in my environment because see, when I'm launching a policy, there is the option should come something like diagnose settings, which is not coming in my area. The rest everything is remains same. I think there is some issue with my machine. Let me check. Uh, this is version 1.0. Yes, yes. Yes, I'm selecting without any issue. Uh, Let us see. I think there is some issue. No worry. I will look into this particular thing, but rather than that, we need to go and install another, and that is something like installation of our DCR rule, data connect rule for our Windows machine or a Linux machine. Let's start with a Linux machine integration because Windows is very simple, but we need to start with at least a Linux, or we can go with a Windows also. Okay. So for that, first I will go to Microsoft Sentinel. I will show you about Azure Activity later, as there is some network, technical glitch. But don't worry, at least will go for one installation for the day. So as we know, we have VMs, right? So in the yesterday we have created two VMs in SOC. We created Ubuntu server and Windows 2019 server, right? So let's switch on my Windows 2019 server. So I'm switching on my machine, right? So now I want to forward this machine logs, the same machine logs to my Sentinel. So that is also an integration, right? Because if any things happen in let's say Windows 2019, and that I have to know, I have to know that. So how can I do the installer Windows agent in this particular? That is known as your Azure one. Okay, so we will go and install one more connector. So I switched on the machine in the data connector. In the data connector, in the content hub, there is something called in this area in the uh, data connector. I will install one is something like Windows. Just type Windows. See, there is something called Windows Security Events. So we need to install this particular Windows Security Events. Okay, Windows Security Events. As it is not installed, we need to install this first to forward the logs. Okay. So which one we need to install? We need to install Windows Security Events to forward the internal Azure VM logs to your Sentinel. Okay. Now, once it is installed, we need to configure, right? See, the installation is complete. So what we need to do? We need to configure. How can we configure? We simply need to go to Microsoft Threat Intel configuration data connectors. Okay. So now you can find when you refresh, you will find one more data connector here. See, that is security events via legacy agent, security events via AMA. So if you want to forward the VM machines, that is Azure monitoring agent, Windows security via, we will use this one, Azure monitoring agent, security events via Azure monitoring agent. So when you click on this and open a connector, when you see, it is asking me write a data rule where you want to install your this particular agent in what area. So like we discussed day before day yesterday, right? Whenever there is a new VM creates, if it is a Windows, it should be installed with this particular agent. If you want to write that rule, just first write a rule from here. Create a data collection rule. It is asking just Windows log collection, Windows log collection. So in which resource group? In which resource group that you want to run? So let's say my resource group is GOV SOC. So what happens whenever you create any VMs in this particular GUV SOC, it will simply install an agent on that particular Windows machine, only for a Windows machine, not for Linux machine. Okay. So this for only Windows machine. Go next. So it will give you the list. See, all security events that I want to collect. Okay. So in this resource group, I want to forward. Let's say it is now going to create the rule. I think there is some network Azure issue, having some issue. So that's why it is throwing some, errors in between. There's Azure level issue is happening, I think, but still no worry. You can see. One rule I have written, right? One rule I have written. So now if you go back and see in your this particular machine, see there is an agent. Agent is not ready. It is something like it is telling. But when you go to and see your policies of this particular machine, let's say I refresh once again because it takes some time to throw. In the Windows 2019, when you go to policies, operations, policies, you will find there is a Windows related one policy. It is not yet reached here. It will take some time. It is in GUSC, right? It's failing. It's taking some time. It's getting it. I think there is some there is some issue with the, because see, when I'm selecting this particular, this one, not getting selected. Microsoft Sentinel. Through this, I will try, because from the Defender, if it is not working, let me check from the data connector. From this data connector, yeah, region Indus via. See, I think there is some issue with the network. Unable to fetch. Unable to fetch. I need to select all. So resources is not showing here actually. If the resources shows, let me delete this once again. Yeah. Creating of a data control rule. Again, I'm creating. Let's say, okay, Windows in bracket. It is SNTL 0425. I'm giving one name. Subscription is this, and resource group is this. GUV SOC. Actually, here the resources should come here. When I see, I selected right, but it is showing now it is failed to get the resources. That means it is unable to identify the resources from that particular area. There is some network issue. It's okay, no problem. Maybe this may be the reason. Sometimes that is also one reason. That's why it is not at all getting the logs. See, right. You can see here we are start getting the logs from Azure activity. It is started. See, luckily something started. We got some logs somewhere at least. See, in the Azure activity, you started getting the logs. One thing at least completed for the day. See, when you see, you will find some logs. See, there are some logs. Let's show you. You can see there is some data. There is some deletion, something write activity, deployment. It started, right? So you can see the things. What I have done so far, everything that you will get it. What I have exactly done in the GOE. I started on the mission. I did some activity. So all those things I started in the GOE resource group. Similarly, it will come up. Actually, it takes some time as it is taking, in generally it takes time. And similar to that, uh, this should also come up. the data connectors, AMA, open a connector page. This should also come. Wait, ABC collection. I'm giving any name. It's not mandatory. The GUSO. We're still unable to get the, you know, it is totally technical glitch by Microsoft because it's not happening, means it's not collecting the log. It's showing after some time it is, nothing showing right. This is at the same location. Start in condition. Path is also central India. Everything is in a perfect condition. I don't know why. No worries, guys. I'll look into it. What is an exact problem of this particular portal? I think, but in your case, it won't happen. Okay, it's very simple. You select and you just create that. Okay. So when you go to Max of Sentinel and this 0425, go to data connectors and it will directly give you an option to create an AMA. It will ask you to create a data collection rule. Okay. So when you are creating the data collection rule, just select. Okay. See, it's coming and then it's going means there is some network issue. Okay. It is by the Microsoft Azure only, no problem. You need to only select like that. Once that that particular things comes, when I'm creating that rule, and it will be fresh. Create a rule. Okay, it's coming and going. See, it's not in my hand. It is a problem of your Microsoft Azure. As I have already that particular, it's there. It's coming and it's going. Fail to identify the issues. So that is not in our hand. It is exclusively by Microsoft. So if GUI SOC is not coming up, means there is some issue with the IAM is also perfect because I am the administrator. I have full control on this GUI SOC. See, I am the owner of this one, so there should not be any issue. Let me log out and log in. This is the only other option that I have. Yes. Let's try once again. This is the last option we will do. This is the last trial that we will do. If it works for the day, then we will do. Otherwise, we'll do on the next session. Okay. I will check. AMA. Create a data connection rule. Give a rule name. Let's say test rule collection. I'm just giving because it's not identifying. So select. See, as soon as select, it is getting failed. That VM is not allowing. I don't know why. Don't worry, I will look into it. What's an exact issue and all. And this may be because of resource not available in the Azure environment. This happens. See, as this is a cloud, we cannot say anything towards the VM and all. That happens. So as it is, there is no connection towards the settings and all. We don't have any hands-on activity. Let me check with the Azure. I will raise a ticket towards Azure and I'll confirm what is the problem with the integrations. Okay. Okay. Anyway, we have seen today that Azure activity. At last, we got some Azure activity logs. So it started and it is throwing the logs, right? So it takes some time, but as I said, it generally takes some time to get the logs right. Let's see. Today it started, but it is a bit slow, and you need to wait because once it is created, we need to wait for some 1 hour, 1.5 hour. Then we need to create the basically in a real time. We don't sit for creation of any logs. What happens? We generally do and practice ourselves. When we are working on its own, the logs will come. But in this case, as it is a training session, we are forcing to create logs. So that is another concern. Uh, the issue with the GUI SOC, I will let me check on this. Why it is not getting connected and all. Let me check, and if there is any issue, I will sort out. Maybe I don't think there is some issue with my environment. See, because everything is in a central India, I don't think there is some issue with the central India. Or maybe there is some issue with the data center of central India. At that level, if it is working, so we are helpless on that. So we need to wait till it gets cleared. Okay. Thank you so much for the day. Uh, yes, of course, the activity not happened due to technical glitch in Microsoft Azure. I will raise a ticket. Let me check, and I will follow through in tomorrow's session. Thank you so much, guys. That's all for today.
Vishnu, generally, if any issue comes, is there any chat support, something like that from Microsoft end?
Yes, we need to raise a ticket towards this.
That is
See,
only the
this is
option,
general.
raising ticket or any live support?
Yeah, there is no live support will get because that is, see, these are at data center level issues, right? So this is not concerned with us. If you see, this is a SaaS application, and we want to only add a one setup, right? We are just adding an integration. If it is failing means the what is happening, there is some integration issue is happening on the background. So we need to verify, we need to check, and we need to confirm what is other issues. But as if it is our own application, if our own integration or our own able to check what is happening on the background, we need to wait and we need to just need to generate a ticket to clear the integration process issue. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. It most probably by tomorrow it automatically gets clear. I know because it happens more or less as we're having is this kind of issues multiple times I faced. So on the after 2 or 3 hours when you try this time, there's no problem happens because they might have cleared this. Most of the cases it used to clear because someone generates of course they generate the ticket against this, they will look into it and they will identify, they will clear the problem across. That is not only for one person, that will be sorted out for all the people. If you try also, you may have the same problem at this particular time with the central India. Maybe with other than that, there may not be a issue, but with the central India, you may find that issue. Otherwise, that there is. Let me check one more. Maybe this is also a reason because my mission is in GOV SOC in South India. This is also concern, and all my missions are in North India. See, Central India. This can also be a concern. Let me check. If I change this from South India to Central India, it may work out. Or I will create another VMs in this GOV VM. I will remove the VMs from here and I will create a removes in your other machines because there is a change in this one, right? See, I created missions in a Central India zone and I kept my resource group in the South India. That is also a concern. Let me check. Mm, I'm forwarding my no missions. Uh, right. I'm moving all my missions to Central India area. GUVVM. But okay, no worry, that we will see in tomorrow's session. I'll do it and I'll make the system ready. Okay. Thank you. That's all for the day. We'll meet on tomorrow's session. Bye bye.